Hi, everyone, and welcome to this week's episode of Friday 15, which happens every Friday at 12 p.m. Central Time, where we answer your interesting questions. I'm Maureen, and I will be hosting this week's Friday 15. If you haven't already, please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. So our questions this week come from Ellard and Videlda. I came across your blog while looking for a travel tour planner I can network with to grow my Mount Kilimanjaro trekking, Serengeti, and Ngorongoro safaris tour operations. I'm in the process of forming a tour safari company here in Chicago that will be marketing trekking and safari tours in East Africa, mainly Tanzania, Kenya, Uganda, Rwanda, and Burundi, and later to the South African market. Currently, my wife and I are busy putting together website developing material like text, photos, and pricing, plus registering our LLC here in Illinois and Tanzania. We already have a well-trained and experienced crew in transportation on ground in Tanzania, and we've been working with them for over 10 years. We can handle up to 16 tours per week, but we'd like to grow this number to 64 per week in a year's time. Our drawback is overseas marketing in order to get large volumes of clients throughout the year. Thank God no more COVID-19 fears. Most people in the hospitality industry in East Africa are now vaccinated. The purpose of my lengthy email is this. From reading your blog, watching your videos, I believe your advice will help us to get to our goal sooner. First question is this. Will it be a good idea for us to set up our company as a travel agency and then sign up with a host agency that can give us exposure to vendors who can help us grow this business here in the US, Canada, and Europe? Second question, if we decide forming a travel agency is the best route, will you be willing to guide us in picking the best fit host agency we can sign up with? And third question is, how do we use marketing to reach a larger audience? My wife and I thank you for your knowledge you are giving us out of your kind heart. Stay blessed, Ellard and Belda. So thank you so much for your questions. I really like the fact that, for the past years, you've already been doing something that clearly you are passionate about, and that is safari and trekking tours in East Africa. Africa is one of my favorite destinations ever, so I clearly get your passion. So what I find interesting is you're wondering if it is a good idea for you to, as you were setting up your safari business there in Chicago, should you also set up a travel agency as part of your business? And in all honesty, I think it would be a really good fit and would complement your current safari tour business. Plus, it gives you an opportunity as an agency to target more clients interested in African safari and trekking trips. So whether you do this right now or if it's something that you consider to do down the line, I do think that adding a travel agency might be a really good fit for you with your safari business. So my first suggestion is, I know you've said that you've been on our site. So if you haven't, take a look at our 7-day setup challenge. This program is designed to help you get your agency started, and it's free to you. It allows you to know what you need to get started off on the right foot in the travel industry and how to go about setting up your travel agency business. So real quick, let me share my screen with you. So I just want to show you where you would go on our site to find our 7-day setup. So once you're on our site, just go to resources and click on the 7-day setup challenge. And, off to the right, you're going to see this is where you get started. But as you kind of scroll down, it's going to tell you what to expect. So you're going to receive daily emails on how to determine your niche, which clearly you already have one, what's in a name. So picking the right agency name, a business structure, which you are already in the process of setting up an LLC, registering your business financials, the travel agency model as a whole, and then ultimately choosing a host agency. So the other thing I wanted to show you, because I know you're also interested in host agencies, is I want to show you where you can find that on our site as well. So if you go to list and click on host agencies, this is going to take you to a list of hundreds of different host agency options that you have available to you, from small to medium to large host agencies that are out there. So just make sure you keep scrolling down because there's tons and tons listed on here. Now, when you're on here, you can also just click on this accepts any. You can choose to do it by beginner agents, and it's going to pull a list of all the host agencies that really work well with beginner agents. So like I mentioned, just keep scrolling down because there are so many options on here for you. And all you have to do is just literally click on one of them and it will take you to their website, and it will give you all the detailed information that you need to know about that host. So maybe look at a couple of them so you can get an idea of what it is that you're looking for when you are searching for a host agency. So I hope that helps you out. Okay. So the 7-day setup program, definitely recommend that you do that. So I'm going to go ahead and put a link into the comments for you on our 7-day setup program. So when you have a moment, go ahead and take a look at it. You can do it at your leisure and do it. It doesn't take a long time, but there's a lot of information, a lot of resources on there for you. So just take advantage of that. So next, things that you can want to focus on when you are setting up your agency. First, choosing a business structure, which you're already halfway there because you've already determined you're going to be an LLC. Next, I would create a travel agency business plan. This is a must for getting started, especially if you are applying for a business loan. We have a travel agency business plan template on our website that might help you think through all the different areas of the business and how to get started. So I'm going to put a link in the comments for you on our travel agent business plan template so that you have that. So when you have a moment, take a look at that because that's a really great resource as well. Next, don't forget to register your company with the state. This is an important step you will need proof of when getting a business bank account. So when you are setting up your travel agency financials, just make sure to separate your business from your personal account. Also, something that is optional but is recommended is setting up a federal employee identification number, which is like a social security number for your business. It's free and it just takes a few minutes to do so. Also, the Small Business Administration website shows you how to register your company's name by state. Plus, they also have a state-by-state guide on how to register your LLC. Choose your niche, which you have already done. Picking a travel agency name, so probably incorporating something that coincides with your tour business, or keeping them separately. So keep that in mind as well. So I'm going to put some links in the comments for you regarding our how to start a travel agency, and then also travel agency financials, just some helpful resources for you when you are going through this process. So your second question was, should I join a host agency if I start an agency? If so, will you help me pick the best host? So I would recommend, if you do decide that you want to start a travel agency, to join a host. Definitely in the beginning, be with a host agency. There are so many advantages and benefits to being with a host agency, especially just starting out in the industry. I highly recommend it. Unfortunately, picking a host agency is a personal decision. And I cannot tell you which one is the best one for you. This is really something that you are going to need to choose. But there are so many options out there for you, from large, medium, small agencies. They all offer something just a little bit different. So ultimately, you're going to need to do your research when you are looking at hosts. When you go to our site, just kind of start figuring out, do you want a large agency, a smaller one? Do you want a medium-sized one? Take a look at, is it important to you if your host is local, or do you have a problem with it being in Florida? A lot of the major host agencies are located in different states, but here's the thing. They are there to work with all of their independent contractors coming in. So they do a really good job, even if they're in a different state from you, always being available to help you out. So keep that in mind as well. So take a look at what kind of training do they offer and what can you expect in the training department and education from them. Also, I know marketing is very important to you. So what kind of marketing support do they offer? What kind of marketing materials? What do they have available to you? That's a really good question to ask, being that you are trying to market to different markets such as Canada and Europe as well. So, and then, also I would also take a look at what preferred suppliers do they work with. So for you, this is going to be important because you already know, you are already working with ground handlers and companies there within East Africa. So if you want to expand to like South Africa, you're going to start to wanting to start to get to know other suppliers. So finding out who their preferred suppliers are within your niche is going to be important for you as well. And, they could have anything from tour operators, safari companies, hotels, boutique hotels, also tented safari camps, and, they're going to have excursion companies. So there's going to be a lot of different pieces and companies there available for you with a host agency. So that would be something else to consider. And then, you know what? I highly recommend when you picked a couple of them, give them a call, because that's the best way for you to really know, is it a good fit for you? Just looking at their site, yeah, you might find some stuff that you do like, but once you actually have the conversation with them, you're going to know right away that this is the right fit for me or it is not, and then allows you to move forward if it is not. So I hope that helps you out in, how to kind of go about looking at a host agency and choosing what is best for you and your business. So I'm going to put some links in the comments for you on how to find the best host, and then also benefits of using a host agency that I think will be useful for you. So your third question was marketing to a larger audience. So this is really a good question. This is a great benefit with your host agency because they are going to have great marketing strategies for you. Also, they're part of a larger organization, a consortium. So the consortium is also going to have marketing pieces available to you as well, plus suppliers. Most suppliers have free marketing materials that are already, a lot of them are direct mail pieces that are already set up that you can put your agency information on. So take advantage of that as well. So here's what I'd recommend. Have a well-planned marketing strategy. Think of doing things like creating a destination guide that highlights the trips that you offer currently in East Africa. Maybe publish an article in some print publications, such as a magazine or even in a local newspaper when you're just starting out. Creating a travel podcast. This is a great way for you to send traffic to your site. So maybe consider doing a travel podcast. Also, if you're not already on Facebook or Instagram, make sure to join both of those and post Facebook and Instagram stories on your business pages. This has become very popular in the last couple of years. It is a great way to reach a larger audience. And finally, email marketing. It's a great way to target your current and potential customers with sending out such things as a monthly newsletter, sending them out your most recent blog or video, or even offering special deals. So we have some really good resources on marketing tools for travel agencies. And then we also have a blog that I think you would find very useful as well. So I'm going to go ahead and put links in the comments for both of those for you. And then finally, one other suggestion for you is to take a look at the Adventure Travel and Trade Association. I think that they'd be a really good fit for your tour business. And this gives you the opportunity to network with over 30,000 different travel adventure companies that are all part of this organization. And it really is going to fit in with your niche. So, and they have some great training series, webinar series, plus they have an upcoming event in November in Arizona. So maybe take a look at what events that they are currently offering, and maybe see if it's something that you can work in either becoming a member or even attending one of their upcoming events. So I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the comment for you for the Adventure Travel and Trade Association website for you to go ahead and take a look at. But I think it'd be a really good fit with your niche to maybe look at that organization, and it's going to give you some other suppliers that you can work with. And I think you're going to find a lot more, being that it is an adventure association, you're going to find so many different opportunities with other vendors throughout Africa that you can work with as well. So I hope that answers your question, Elard and Belda. I really wish you guys the best of luck on both your African safari and trekking business, as well as if you do decide to start a travel agency somewhere down the line. Good luck to both of you on that. We do appreciate everybody joining us today. If you have any questions, feel free to send them to us at hostagencyreviews.com/Friday15. We look forward to seeing you next week at 12 p.m. Central Time, and have a great weekend. Thanks, everybody. Bye.